It's the Girls V Boy Podcast. The gal them want talk, the man them want talk. You can roll through if you want spit bars. Have a drink, smoke or draw. Talk the things but we not go car. Argue but we not make war. Man might talk about your girlfriend's drawers. It's the Girls V Boy Podcast. The gal them want talk, the man them want talk. Yeah, live and direct. Girls V Boys. You got Deezy the father here. You got Khadijah, as you know. Also, we've got Terence Wallen today that we'll be interviewing, Sir Terence Wallen for correction.
All right.
We've got Chelsea also.
Hey.
SP's here as well.
Yeah.
And we also have, introduce yourself.
Nina Red.
See that? Nina Red. Yeah, so live and direct. So yeah, today we're going to talk about how Terence came up and what he done, you know, some bits and bobs and let you know some topics and how he is and what he does. So yeah, Terry, man, just introduce about your book, man, and let them know who you are, man.
Okay, so I'm Terence, born and bred in Birmingham.
Which part of Birmingham were you born in?
I'm Swift, brother.
Oh man, okay.
So my journey has been it's been a good journey, to be fair.
So from the start, for the people them that ain't really got the skills, they might think, oh, I need to have a certain amount of money first before I start a business, or give them some little skills how you came up on your journey and the mistakes you made for them to prevent.
Now it all starts off from, I think personally, it starts from a good solid foundation. Once you have a good, like you can't build nothing on a shaky foundation. So if you start from there, when your foundations are solid, so be that your family, your parents, or your surroundings.
That makes sense.
When you can build anything on a solid foundation. Anything that's shaky, brother, it's not going to work.
Oh,
so my foundation is always having a solid mum. That was my foundation.
That makes sense.
Dad was shaky, so I couldn't build on him.
So what you say, was there kind of, or not really, because some dads probably, you know.
Like, you know, it's like being, you know, you can say you've been in a crowded room but still lonely.
Yeah.
So you know, you have your dad's present but he's not there.
Oh,
It was like that, and at one point he just wasn't there.
Yeah, sometimes we need that father figure as a boy. We need, you know, I get what you mean.
So I was fortunate to have a solid mum and a solid older brother.
Okay.
So I had a solid older brother.
So you was in line and you was kind of in check with the big
Yeah,
brother.
man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
That
man.
makes
I
sense.
looked up to my big brother like fully.
What used to show you what was his morals, like his philosophies to say, then what kept you on?
Well, he was very much an educationalist. So everything to him was about education and employment and work. So he may so rest in peace because he died in 2017.
Okay.
But he was my driving force because I wanted to be like him. You know what I mean,
makes sense. It's big brother, so makes sense. Yeah.
So you get the balance. I had my mum who showed me all the love, and my brother would just give me a different kind of guidance. You know, because your mum cuddles you and loves you and nurtures you, and your brother shows you how to be a man. You know, such and such. So that it tells you about everything from relationships, everything from money, from business. And my brother, fortunately, you know, had that growth with him in my life, so I was alright.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
but even in saying that, as you grow older, you build your own path in it. So I fell off.
Okay.
I fell off.
Yeah.
But I think my falling off was to my own detriment. So I can only blame myself for falling off.
Why though? How did you fall off and why?
I was just too greedy. I think I just got.
So you saying you was going for the bag too much, or because remember there's people that's gonna go for the same?
I think I chased the bag because I chased a particular type of lifestyle at the time. I was much younger then. But I wasn't. I also had a strong moral ground. So even though I chased the bag, I'm not gonna lick you down and take your bag. You know what I mean, I'm gonna use my head and take your bag. You know
okay, that makes sense. Because some people have different morals. Like, I believe you have to. So that's
no.
So you had a moral to say that you got to be the legal side. That makes sense.
I had a moral being immoral.
I get
I was moral immoral. So I'll get that bag, but I'm not gonna lick it down and get the bag. But I'll get.
Okay.
But trust me, I'm gonna get that bag.
So for an example, then.
Yeah.
Some people kind of think, but it's too hard for me to think of how to just get the bag. You're saying get it. So what did you do and what made you become hungry to start to do the business and what? I feel like I just knew I was in my own lane. I just felt like I was different from most of the youths around me at the time. And I had a different kind of meds, and once again, because I had a brother's support and lots of the youths around me never had all the support. So my vision and goals were kind of slightly different. So I knew I was different. You know, just know that you're different. It's a different you amongst everybody else. And with that, it came its strength, it came its weaknesses. Yeah. So the strengths would be that everyone would say, look up to him, you know, whatever it is. If Terry's going, I'm going. Or Terry's gonna be there. Terry's gonna be there. And the other side is that you don't belong in the circle because we're on something different from you. Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like when 20 man say they're going on road that night, I'm deciding I don't want to.
How old was you when you made that decision to say, you know what, I'm fully going all in on this?
Yeah, I feel like when I was like probably about 12, you know. And the reason why I say that is because when you know I say 12 is because when everybody else was on road, them were the days of the ramp. We used to go to the ramp and chill. Yeah. And I started off. I did my paper round. I did the milk round. So when my brethren them either sleeping or drawing Zeds. I'm up at 5 doing my paper round. I'm up at 6 doing my milk round.
So yeah, that discipline as well.
Yeah, man, I had it, and I always just wanted my own. I always wanting my own money. You know what I mean? So them days, you know, to get £5 for the week, you're $5 because when it comes to school trip days and everyone's bringing 50 pence and I'm bringing £5. I'm the richest man. I'm the richest man in school. You know what I mean? I'm the richest man in school, bro, with that £5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sense.
And everyone's got 50 pence to a school trip.
Yeah, penny sweet.
So ladies, fire away as well. Any questions when asking for you, introduces his book and all them things, any little things. You know,
yeah. What was the first thing that you did before the books, before you had any businesses? What's the very thing that you did?
The first thing I did was well, that got me in line was become a young father.
Okay.
And I think that straightened me out. So
How old was you?
I was 17, 28
Okay,
and
yeah,
I was
that's young.
proper shook.
Yeah, why would you shook them?
Because I
New
didn't
territory. You don't
yeah,
have a
like
clue.
I breathed it. Oh, sorry. I
had a child.
I had a child. One had a child.
Yeah.
And it's a whole new ball game. You know what I mean?
So what was your thoughts at the time? Because remember, some people are probably excited to have a youth on the way. So what was your?
I was scared, man. I was scared.
Oh, that's
First of all, scared how I'm gonna tell my mum.
Sure, that's because you're 17 as well.
Yeah, young and
True.
thinking how I'm gonna
provide.
I'm gonna do all this. You know
What
what I
was
mean?
you doing at that time?
I was still working, but you know, like a whole it's like it's different. Cause when you're working and you get your own little 5 and 10s, you're alright. You spend on what you want. You know, you buy them days. You buy your Travel Fox. You buy your Pumas and that. You fine. But now I've got to maintain a child. You know what I mean? Now you got to maintain a child. So I was literally scared of being a father. Scared of if her brothers are gonna back me because I've got her pregnant. Scared of everything at the time. Everything was just scary. Yeah. And then you just got to just grow into who you are. So that's the first thing that I think that got me kind of think. All right, one has to focus. One has to get his shit together. And then next thing in terms of like I say production would have been I started a football team called Charles United, and that was based that's sort of the heavy gang days.
What do you mean heavy gang days?
When the gang team was
who were these gangs?
Burgers, Johnny's.
So what you was there from the start? You saying you seen people grow up? Remember,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
So it's a segue from it.
We everybody grew up.
So I heard because people was all together at one stage and then they kind of split up.
Yeah. So I was there from when it was all together, and then I seen the split. So I set up a football team which was literally 100 man, but we always trained in Handsworth, but always played our matches in Aston.
So how did that go along? Was it all right them days? How?
Yeah. Well, it was. I think what it was I think people believed in me as an individual person and knew that I was sincere about bringing about change. You know, I was a different. Once again, being a different kind of brother, it helps. So it just so happens that if you've built yourself this kind of aura, when you speak, people listen, and people say, "All right, he's not on crud, he's not on a bullshit. He really wants change." So you got to know how to approach these things, so you know who to talk to.
That makes sense.
I wouldn't necessarily talk to that youth, but I talk to that man because I know why he's got more influence over
you. So official people only.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
So if I know I can't come to you, I'm going to avoid you. I know if I come to you, you're going to say.
And some you say like, "Yeah, man, I'm looking
I'm not into that.
So did you get any of these scenarios where you had to stop it?
I got enough scenarios where it was going to go. Where it was going to go.
People would love to hear these. Any local one where you think that's good that they'll love to share.
Yeah, there's loads, but I think one of the things that happened was the ethos of it is like, if you're playing together as a team, you've only got one goal, innit?
That makes sense.
So
I like that saying.
So the idea was to bring them together. And because it was football, we've done football. Because it was football, everyone had one goal, and that was to win. So for that moment, it was never me against you. It was us together trying to win.
To win the team against the other.
So you can always use football, sports, whatever, as a tool of engagement. So that worked for me. So I had mans from both sides playing in the same team. That worked. And the thing was, what I was always saying was, you ain't got to be friends, you know. But for this moment, we're working together.
I wish it was that simple though, man.
Yeah. How old was you when you started the football team?
Oh, see, we're talking about probably early 20s now.
And what made you want to do it? What was your goal? What was your purpose in doing it?
Because I knew what was going on out there. I got nephews, I got cousins. True,
I've got like
safe space.
I called it Charles United because my mum lives on Charles Road.
Okay, that makes sense. I never knew that.
And that was a safe space to meet. And the reason why that is because nobody would violate my mum's house. So maybe.
So it's a mutual.
Maybe if I said let's link up B12, it will kick off. But if I knew that,
that's true.
When you come to my mum's house, no matter who you are, and I've had friends on both sides of the fence. When you come to mum's, everyone's on their best behaviour. So I said, okay. So my mum's house is a meeting space. When you're in there, man who don't like each other, they're going to be able to, even for my mum,
so if you had that though, like two people that don't really like.
I couldn't buy that in mum's house and you just couldn't do it.
Yeah, I love that. Manners and respect, mutual community.
But all it takes cognitive thinking. And I studied psychology as well, all it takes thinking, okay, what's the best way to go about this? So by meeting at mum's house, it was clean, everybody behave themselves. And we used to play, we played for A's, then we used to travel to Wales to play for other teams. We used to be doing camps, and what was nice about it as well, because we didn't necessarily showboat it. So even the man that was might be on the other side of the fence, so to speak.
You didn't show off your rubber in.
No, he never. Maybe some of his boys didn't even know.
Yeah, what was
going on?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he's like,
I get that.
You know, it's like having a relationship with God. It's your relationship with God, not the church.
As an individual,
not the
yeah.
pastor. So that individual will say, you know what, I'm alright with my man, you know. I just can't be too alright with him when I'm with him.
I get that.
So when
that makes sense. That's real. That's real.
That shit happened. So when I see my man, it's just a quick ale.
Yeah, you don't know, I don't know what's not me, you know.
Chatting, but when we're down,
when I see you with my bedroom, you know, I'm gonna do something, you know.
When I'm down football, I understand, you know what I mean? And that comes with all the pressure.
Don't forget to get the lady as well. Any questions you want to fire? Any time is already, you know. That's why I was just
going to ask, like, is that was the football team before or after you done Young Millionaires?
That's a good question also, yeah.
Before. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you remember Starlight?
Okay, probably. You know, I was there with you. Proper things. Cats as well, anything, you know. Don't
that's like mentoring as well. Mentoring through music.
Yeah, because a lot of gangs would come into Starlight as well.
And
remember
the one at my mum's yard, the big party?
Yeah.
Man,
and Starlight
got me kicked out my mum's yard, man. About 55 kids was out there. Didn't expect this, and I'm saying, yo, it's time to go, you know. Nobody wants to move.
Yeah.
So imagine I kind of put my hands on people's picnics, like, yo, sorry lads, you have to kind of move, you know. I didn't want to do that. I was saying jolting cars, my mum's yard now, yo, you're going to have to move, you know. Someone I holding feelings to this day, but jolting, it was a bigger picture.
Starlight was
official, that was.
It was a good order, and we had to do all officially, and that was one.
Where was it again, the place, the venue?
We had it in Q Club at one point.
No, there was one where we went to Smethwick or somewhere. Where was it?
In the Smethwick Cricket Club.
That's the one I remember, yeah.
That's where we first started, and then we grew. We got bigger, then we ended up in Q Club. And that was because, once again, I use sports, I started to use music as a tool of engagement. I know music can always drag people in, but the idea was get them in and then start to, you know, being able to sort of mentor them and support them and get access to
that makes sense.
Once again, Starlight worked because we had a red card and yellow card system in it.
Yeah.
Anything you do.
I remember that. So just explain that again. What happened? Because there's no features coming. I remember it.
Yeah, man. Enough man's got a red card. Once you get a red card, you're out. You're not coming back in.
So you banned them completely. You couldn't
ban.
You big man was there.
So
my mom said.
So
you let
we don't take little boy.
But you know what auntie now. You know that's. So
that's what we used to do. So the red card, yellow card, and we used to be fair, we used to even.
So what would cause you to get one of these red or yellow cards?
We had a set of rules at Starlight. So we says you can dance together, but like no grinding.
That's fair.
Girls had to
that's morals and respect. I respect what you was doing.
Girls dancing had to be upright at all times, so the girls couldn't go on their hands and their knees.
That's good. It's
loads of rules. And sometimes the little you breaks, it might get yellow card. You're on a warning, do that again, and you're out. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we used to have different rooms. Like I said to my youth, you know, you're on a yellow card, take time out. But I had team as well, so time out would be go and talk to Spot. And Spot would just give you a little minute.
As a person that can guide them and say nobody with that.
Go and talk to
That
Spot.
makes sense. Because remember, I got incarcerated when it kind of took off. So
But it was we used to get. I swear the queues at Q Club on a weekend, but it was mad. I couldn't believe how many.
Explain to me what was it? Because for the visionary, I've never seen.
It was mad, bro.
What did it look like and how was it set?
It was set where we had all our stuff in Starlight t-shirts. We had all stuff inside, all stuff outside. The youth then come in, we'd pray before we start. Yeah. Everyone knew the rules and regulations. You're not come Starlight if you're on any badness. And even if you're on badness, this is the place to come to change your ways. You dance, you do what you want. We'd have, you know, like different competitions, like Adidas V9, blah, blah, blah. Then we'd have awards at the end of the year. Awards, you know.
Okay, best an award, then what could I win from this award and how would I enter this award?
You could be the most improved. You could be the most improved young person. So you came there rotten. And by the end of the thing,
I look fresh now.
You helping me take down the speakers.
That's fair. That's reasonable. Incentives.
Loads of different incentives.
That's good.
You know,
How long is that? That's for that.
Startups for years, but startups for about 7, 8.
It must have been long because Grim and all them larger, my brother Grim and Shy, my family. They said that was proper things. They said, yo, he said, love them downstairs. I think it raw, so I missed that when I was in the camp. But they said that was actually an official event. They said, yo, it was kind of sad when it locked off. So it's good that you.
We had to lock it off at the time.
What caused it to get locked off? So I had to skip into the future, like Back to the Future. But what?
Look, to be fair, it just got out of hand in terms of the numbers got too big, and I wasn't willing to take the risk.
What's
going on?
Okay, fair enough.
Also, when they said to cut it, but was you there at any of the events? So, what was an experience at the event to say? Did you enjoy it? Was it good? And what?
Nah, it was really good. But then I can see why he stopped it because a lot of people started to come and then it would have got out.
Oh, and you get hectic, like
yeah.
Because though we can manage
a lot of gangs
inside
as well.
Yeah.
And they would wait for each other outside.
Oh, that's
so they wouldn't do it in Starlight. They would wait for the whole.
And we couldn't manage that. We couldn't manage that outside.
Did you have any dramas where you kicked up and your police came?
Yeah, we tried it. We tried the thing where because we had the police on board. You know, we had to have the police on board.
You have to. That's mandatory. It's official business. Yeah, people know that. That's in the
law. So after the event finished, we used to actually, if you remember, we used to have my staff used to go into the Tesco's on Corporation Street and like mend the big shops just to support the shops. Because it used to ram, so to stand at the door,
Okay,
you do one and two out, my staff used to manage that.
Talk the things but we now go car. Argue but we now make war. Man might talk about your girlfriend's drawers. It's the Girls V Boy podcast.